What's good, everybody? It's your boy Lando Payne, back with another Lando project. So, with the season finale of She-Hulk, wrapping everything up with that story, I figured this would be the best time for me to go ahead and rank all of the Marvel, Disney Plus, MCU shows that's come out so far. So no, this list will not be including any of the Iron Fist, the Luke Cages, the Legions of the like. Those will not be in this, but we will be looking at all the MCU Marvel Disney Plus shows, and also to include like the specials, so like the Werewolf by Night. I'm gonna be throwing that into this. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get right on into this. Coming in at number 9, we have Hawkeye. Hawkeye is back, baby. We are here. Clinton Barton is back. Jeremy Renner's back. He's got the arrow. He's got the bows. He's got the juice. Now, honestly, man, this one came out. I think a lot of people didn't like Hawkeye. I don't know why a lot of people just did not like Hawkeye. I actually kind of enjoyed this show. For what it was. Now it started to drag a little bit in the middle, but I really like how they brought in Kate Bishop, and I liked how they did this show. I thought the show was pretty cool. I thought it was a very fun show to watch, and I loved the whole dynamic. But I just feel like the show just kind of fell flat throughout the show. As much as I did try to have fun with it, and I could see where they were going with it, I just thought that the show never really found its footing. Moving into number 8. Number 8 on my list, I got What If. What If, the animated series that came out. I actually kind of like What If. I thought What If had a really unique take. I like the animation style they went with it. I love the fact they had the Watcher kind of narrating the entire series. I thought that was a cool little piece that they had with that. And I liked all the cool anthology kind of things that was going on. Like every single story seemed to be apart from one another. We got a little bit of the Marvel Zombies. The Doctor Strange episode was so tough. That Doctor Strange episode was so tough, but I like what they did. You got the Infinity Ultron taking over, right? He's throwing hands with Watcher. I got what I wanted out of this, but a lot to be desired. Looking forward to What If season 2 coming in at number 7. Now I wanted to like this show so bad, and I think that's why I have it so low on my list, because I expected so much better out of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Falcon and Winter Soldier picks up after the events of Endgame. Captain America retired the shield. Who's going to carry the shield? That's an answer we all need to know. Seems like seems like Anthony Mackie's Sam Wilson don't want to carry it anymore because he donates the shield to a museum. Has it locked up over there, and then not before long, we got bootleg Captain America, John Walker in the building. Everybody, U.S. agent showed up, and he's down in the Captain America suit. He's the Captain America for a new age. But no one likes this dude. He sucks. The only issue, man, that I really had with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, man, was that the villain sucked. God, what was the flag smashes, the pride smashes, the flag pride? I don't know what it was. But everything else was cool. We found out a lot of cool things about our Marvel characters from Falcon and Winter Soldier. We found out, for example, that they got bad credit. Can't escape the credit system, I guess, man. Moving in at number 6. Oh, cue the hateful tweets. I don't care. Cheers to toxicity. Here we go, brothers and sisters. She-Hulk. She-Hulk is coming into my number 6. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't like this show that much. I could tell the show wasn't. They said it was gonna be like a lawyer comedy. Didn't really laugh all too much. I thought the first 2 episodes were really, really well done, and I thought the last 2 episodes were really, really well done. If they had honestly just cut out the middle, I think I would have liked the show a whole lot more. Ultimately, it was just the story. The story left me to be desired. I felt this early on in the series. I just thought that there wasn't a purpose for watching the show. Coming in number 5, I got Moon Knight. Man, when I try to tell you, whenever they announced Moon Knight, I was a little kid on Christmas morning. This was exactly what I wanted to see. I wanted to see Moon Knight. I've always wanted to see Moon Knight. I always knew who the character of Moon Knight was, and I thought he always looked so cool in the comics, but I didn't really dive that much into him. So I was really hoping that this show would shed a lot of light onto that character, and for the most part, it did. I loved how Oscar Isaac portrayed Moon Knight. I liked how he was a Steven. I thought that the suits were cool. Only thing I had an issue with Moon Knight was that it was only 6 episodes. And I thought episode 5 was probably one of the best episodes of Marvel TV I've ever seen. And then episode 6 was kind of lackluster because they had to rush a lot of it at the very end. So I wish that they gave Moon Knight the She-Hulk treatment in regards to 9 episodes, and I really could have thought they could have fleshed that story out a whole lot more. But even still then, I liked what I saw with Moon Knight. Moving on, this is my creme de la creme top 4. I really don't got many complaints about these shows. But coming in at number 4, I know this one just dropped the other week, but I don't care. I love this thing, and this is Werewolf by Night. Michael Giacchino's first directorial debut, and he came out with a smash hit. I love this thing. I love the old school vibe that came along with this show, the black and white, the gritty, the horror, everything that came around with it. I loved how they introduced the Werewolf by Night character. I love how they introduced Man-Thing in this. Man-Thing was dope as hell, man, and I'm excited to see more of them. I loved how they did it. I liked what they did. I thought it was a very nice, cool, comprehensive story, but I want to see them. I don't know. Is it all going to connect? Don't need to connect. God, stop being a toxic fan. But I just like the show. And if these are what I am to expect with specials moving on in the future, let's get them. I want all the specials. Moving into number 3, I think is one of my favorites. And I only slid it down just recently because I had a chance to decompress a little bit, let the air breathe in the room. Had to realize I just didn't like the villains all that much. So I had to be objective in that kind of a way. So I had to go down because I didn't like the villain. But, and I'm talking about the show Miss Marvel. I don't know if I'm the only one here. I love Miss Marvel. I don't even know the young actress's name that played Miss Marvel because she is Miss Marvel in my heart. I saw myself a lot being that kid just like Miss Marvel, riding around on her bike, talking to her friend, and they're just talking about these superheroes. She lives in the world of superheroes. Of course, you wouldn't envision being like one. That was so cool because I felt that way. You know, if I lived there, I would be thinking the same way. Now, I wouldn't be liking Captain Marvel all that much. Captain Marvel wouldn't be my go-to. She's super cool, super ferocious, and I can't wait to see her, Miss Marvel, and Photon in that Marvel's movie that they are making. I'm excited for it, even though, like I said, Captain Marvel ain't my person, but I love Miss Marvel. And my number 2 favorite MCU show is Loki. Now, Loki used to go down my list a little bit, but as I'm kind of getting ready for Ant-Man Quantumania, I just can't wait to see a little bit more Kang. And until I see more Kang, I only get Kang in Loki. So right now, Loki's up high because Kang is in it. And I want to see more Kang. That was dope. They even had a black Loki in there. Shout out to the representation factor, man. I appreciate that. We out here. But no, man, I like the Loki show. I thought Loki was cool. Owen Wilson was in there, bringing a lot of levity to the characters. I like the whole pruning branch timeline stuff. See, I'm a big plot, expanding the universe kind of a guy. That's what I'm watching my Marvel shows. I want to expand the storyline. And Loki did a lot of that in droves, man. Droves. I never get this word right. Is it droves?
Droves. You got it.
It had it in droves, and I liked it, and I want to see more. I want to see how all the universes got fucked up. It's just what I want to see. And now that brings it to my number 1 Disney Marvel show, and that one's WandaVision. I think WandaVision is just the best one that they made. I think it is the apex of what these Disney shows could be. I think it's the most perfect show that they made so far. It had the right amount of episodes. Each episode played very, very well. There really wasn't a lot of slow episodes. Each episode built on the last one into the next. It was a very cohesive storyline, and it was a storyline that I could emotionally get attached to all the characters. I did like what they did with Scarlet Witch. I like what they did with the Vision. Agatha was dope, okay? Agatha was out there in her purple outfit looking awesome. I know she was out there swagged out, talking about it was me all along. It was Agatha all along. But guys, that's my list. That's my MCU list of my favorite Disney Plus MCU shows. And you're allowed to hate this video. And if you don't like it, dislike and subscribe. We out here, baby. You know what it is. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, guys. Really looking forward to seeing you guys on the next episode of Lando Project. Remember, Sundays at noon, Eastern Standard Time. You know what it is, baby. Finger guns. We out.